How the heck are you? I hope life is treating you great. I hope the sun is shining upon you wherever you are at. Let's get into the video topic for today, which is a little bit of a harsh and sensitive topic. I want to talk about why you, if you are from America, should not move to Israel. Let's get into it. So it's catchy, it sounds powerful to start with, but it's the truth. And because I'm from Los Angeles, California, and I've been living in Israel for 12 years, I've seen a lot of people come from the U.S., not like it in Israel, and move back to the U.S. So let's go ahead and grasp the concept. Basically, the reason why you are considering to move to Israel is probably because you are trying to escape something in the United States, or you are going towards something here in Israel. Meaning, you perhaps are looking for love, or you have found a love. That's the reason why I moved here, was love. You might be a religious Jew. That might be a great reason you think to move to Israel, but it's probably not. I've seen more than one religious Jew come to Israel and actually lose some of their faith here, because when they arrive to the Holy Land, they think they're going to see a lot of brotherhood, brotherliness, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of bonding and a lot of spirituality and be able to get closer to God. What I have found is that these people, these religious people will arrive to Israel, and then they see that this place is an aggressive place with very, very little spirituality whatsoever. And when you come here and you go over to the Western Wall, the old city of Jerusalem, and you arrive there, and you see it and you feel the energy, the conflicting energy, the violent energy, the angry energy, not only in Jerusalem, but overall across the whole country. And you come from America, which is what some people would say, the best country in the world. I don't know if I would agree with that, but I'll tell you, overall, the people in America are more pleasant than the people in Israel. The society in America is easier to live in compared to Israel, right? And what will you discover when you arrive here? Well, I'll tell you. You'll discover that this is a very, very, very interesting place with a massive history, a very, very rough economy that overtaxes its citizens. Very hard to establish a lifestyle here similar to what you had in the U.S. You will find this to be true because your dollar will not go as far in Israel. The salaries are not as high in Israel, and the cost of living is much, much higher. So what you're going to be doing is you're going to be coming into a struggle. So ask yourself the question, why are you coming into the struggle? What are you running from? And if you're already in Israel and you're watching this video, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And you're probably having to reframe your reality to make the decision to move here justified. And I can understand that, and that's okay. Either way, life is good, that's for sure, right? But I will tell you from my personal advice that I will recommend you think twice or thrice about moving to Israel, because if you're moving to Israel from the United States of America, you will be taking a step backwards and a step downwards, most likely. Unless you have family, unless you have a large amount of money, etc., etc. But if you're starting from scratch in Israel, it's going to take you a while to get on your feet. You're going to have to get used to the culture. It might not be easy for you. But, after a few years, you'll settle in and you'll actually understand, well, home is where the heart is, right? So you have to make that decision. But I promise you, my advice to you is quite simple and quite direct. Take your time before you decide to move to Israel, because it's not the best place to live. That's for fucking sure. Take care. Subscribe to the channel. Comment below. Leave your thoughts. And I'll speak to you soon.